we had our whole sad reaction about that possibly being our last big
Yeah.
update,
Yeah.
and then they said, "Oh no, you're not done yet."
All right. We thought we weren't going to do another video, and then they dropped the
No.
final trailer yesterday. So here we are with a reaction to it.
So here's the thing: like, we had our bags packed. We were heading to the theater to sit and wait for Michael to come home.
I was already there. I had my popcorn, I had the butter and
man.
the salt. You know, the fake.
We had our whole sad reaction about that possibly being our last big update,
Yeah.
and then they said, "Oh no, you're not done yet," because we're going to drop a final trailer on your ass, and you know you're coming back to talk about it.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
So we're going to do just that. We're actually going to play the trailer for you now.
We're not getting paid overtime, by the way.
No, we're not. We're not getting paid at all. Shit.
Yeah, no, we're not getting paid. We talked about that last.
We did, but we're going to play the trailer for you now, and then we're going to come back and deep dive into that motherfucker.
Yeah, let's check it
So
out.
let's do it.
It's been 4 years since Michael Myers vanished without a trace.
Hello.
I was certain that I saw him watching me.
You pretend like you moved on, but you're actually just obsessed with death.
What are you gonna do when Michael comes back for you? Because he is coming.
But this time, something feels different. He's more dangerous. He killed my daughter. But tonight, I will kill him. Come and get me. Maybe the only way he can die is if I die too. It all ends now. You came here to kill me, so do it.
Well, definitely way more in depth in terms of what we've seen so far. There's a lot there. There's a lot to break down.
There's a lot there. It's like watching all of the TV spots put together, but with different cuts of stuff, though.
Yeah.
I will say this right off the bat, and when I shared the trailer to TikTok, my exact reaction with it was, I've been hyped to see this, but after watching that final trailer, let's fucking go, man, because that shit got me hyped, dude.
That was a very well made trailer with the music and her narrating over top.
Yes.
Very modern trailer.
Yeah. It doesn't give away a lot. It's stuff that we've already seen in the TV spots.
Yeah, but you know, one thing that I liked that I saw, one thing I really liked that I saw right off the bat, and I really hope that they do a lot of this in the movie, is when she says, "I swear I saw him watching me," and she saw him.
Yeah, the stalking scene. Yeah.
And I know that David Gordon Green had said there was going to be a lot more of that in this. I hope that this movie is very big on that.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not talking about Corey, hiding in the bushes. I want to see some legit Michael stalking in this movie.
Well, there was a shot of her looking out the window. Now that you're talking about the stalking scene, and I thought this shot was super cool. She was looking out the window, and then like they show outside, and it's just got the leaves like blown in the wind. That reminded me so much of 78 when she's looking out the window and he's down there in the sheets.
Yeah,
dude, I love little shit like that, and I know you do too.
Yeah, well, we talk about it all the time. The Halloween feeling, the atmosphere,
Yep. Where we said like a lot of movies don't capture that, so when we get to see it, especially in these kind of, obviously the Halloween series, we want to see it.
Yeah.
Dude, right off the bat, for me, we got a look of the outside, what appears to be Michael's sewer.
Michael's
all moss covered, and he's really downgraded. He had a nice house.
He did,
and then he just downgraded. I don't know.
Went from having a house with no working plumbing to living in the plumbing.
Exactly right. There you go. But yeah, we got an outside look of his cave dwelling atmosphere. Very moss covered and dirty and grassy looking and stuff. And all right, so I have to ask you, man. I said this before. We talked about this in the last video. After seeing a little more in depth of it, I want to know how the hell Corey survives that meeting. He gets grabbed by the throat. He gets slammed to the ground. Michael pulls a knife out of the fucking like cave-like wall.
That's where he keeps his knives.
Right. That's his. When he cooks, he's got his cutlery. He's good to go.
Yeah.
Exactly. So here's the thing, though. He grabs that knife out of the wall. He is ready to fuck shit up. How does that kid get out of that sewer? I have to know.
Yeah. So something happens where he either escapes or he makes some sort of connection with Michael.
Man, it's going to be interesting to see if there's a connection there. You got to wonder, how does that work, though? I mean, do you just start talking to him?
I mean, we've seen it in the past where some people have kind of, and of course, in different timelines. We've seen Loomis break through to Michael a couple times. We saw Jamie break through for a second. We saw Laurie do it in Halloween 2, where she says Michael, and he stops and kind of does the head tilt. I mean, it was not much, but
right, but still, you can tell that he's reacting to what they're saying. Exactly.
Yeah. So
one of the best examples really would be Halloween 5 when he's got him up on the staircase, and Loomis has that whole conversation with him, about wanting the girl and stuff, and you can stop this and everything else, and she can help you. And and really when he's talking to him and he's roaming through the woods and he says,
go home. The rage,
exactly.
You have to stop this eventually.
So maybe you're right. Maybe there is some kind of something he could say to this dude that is going to stop. Something's got to save this kid's life, man.
Listen, we talk about, cave dweller, and we know what that means now. Maybe that's your brainwaves, which was the other working title. Maybe that's
true.
So I don't know, just obviously speculation, but.
Well, yeah, but now you say that though, and now I think about this though too. Maybe the brainwaves essentially is Corey's storyline.
Yeah,
he's fucked up over becoming obsessed with becoming Michael Myers.
Yeah. So you have brainwaves and cave dweller, and there's your working titles.
And I think you just cracked the code on that, man. I think that's Corey's fucking story right there.
Yeah.
A couple other things I picked up on. We got to look at Lindsay, who looks to be working at a bar now. Maybe it's the same bar from Halloween Kills. Who knows?
The little Irish pub.
Yeah, that guy definitely needed an upgrade because that guy was hilarious. The old bartender from Kills, he was hilarious. You got what else we got here? We got to look at Willie the Kid, our DJ from the famous radio tower.
Unfortunately for Willie, it does not look like he has a happy ending.
No, but
he does have an ending.
But it's not happy for sure. I did see something that now that we're talking about our buddy there, Willie the Kid, when he does meet his eventual demise, because you can see it happening in the trailer, which really isn't a big surprise. We knew it was coming.
Right.
Someone posted a picture and blew it up a little bit, and I'll definitely share it. And there's a ring on the finger of Michael Myers. So either he's still in shit from the sewer, or that's not Michael.
Corey.
So, yeah. So that is, the only thing I can say is you look at some of the shots from the trailer, and I don't know I forget the kid's name that plays him off the top of my head, but he doesn't look to be the same height as Michael. But
no, he looks like a small kid.
Yeah, but you're seeing some of these shots, and you can definitely tell it's not Michael, and the height is really, it throws you off, man.
Well, they should. Well, I know there was a picture that I saw. May have been a screenshot from a trailer where it was obviously not Michael because the coveralls were real baggy.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He didn't look as tall. He looked smaller in stature.
In hand,
yeah.
Right?
He looked smaller in stature.
Yep. The shoes are completely different.
They're he's got like brown boots on. Yeah. So there are going to be some telltale examples. I mean, obviously, I think it's pretty obvious. Corey gets the mask from Michael when he goes in the sewer. He takes the mask. It has to be because it's the same mask.
Right.
It's not. He doesn't have a clean mask that he's using, and the only mask looks,
that shot is exactly. I was going to talk to you about that too because a lot of people are saying that's clearly not Michael. I mean, you can even see he's got all his fingers on both hands.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff to pick out and see in there. Let's see what we got here. We got a dead body floating in a pool, which is kind of cool looking. And that poor girl, she suffers the Bob fate from Halloween 78.
Yes, and that's definitely Michael because Corey ain't doing that. Corey ain't getting nobody to the wall.
Hell no. He got he takes her, pins her to the wall, and then gives us the famous head tilt.
Yeah.
Like he always does.
That's one of
that was a cool ass scene.
It was. You know me, I don't want to see a bunch already.
Right. I got you.
But, that's one of those things you see it, I can't wait to see it in the movie, obviously, and how they do it. Oh,
dude. Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with you 100%. There's some in there you can say, okay, that's probably not Michael, but there's some in that trailer that goddamn well that's Michael Myers.
Yeah. Because the way he's overpowering people.
Right. I mean, Corey didn't go back and watch Halloween 1 before he started to play Michael,
right.
And say, hey, I could take Bob and, put him up against the wall. But no, because you don't know that.
Right.
You weren't around at that time. So you don't know what happened there. I went through these notes like super quick. So for the people that miss Karen and have a terrible, terrible time finding out that she's really is dead.
They just can't believe the possibility.
Right. Exactly. You'll be happy to know that there is a picture of her in Lori's house. So for those of you that miss Karen, you'll get to see her at least.
For those of you that have the Karen thing going on, just watch it on Peacock and pause it on that scene for
just leave it right there, and then Karen will be in the movie just like you want
for as long as you want her to be.
Exactly. Trying to go through real quick and see what else I got here. I know I got some more on the other side. Let's see, man. So we're getting later into the trailer now. So Lori decides she's going to leave her door unlocked and she's ready for Michael to come get her. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, I don't think that's going to be Michael whatsoever. And if you notice in this version of the trailer, because I messaged you about it when I first watched it, and I said I noticed they took out the part where you see Corey push the door open.
Yeah.
And they cut that part out.
Yeah.
So now you don't see that he has a full handful of fingers.
Right.
But that's definitely not Michael. That part right there is not Michael. We know that. But you get deeper into the trailer and then you get to the shot of Michael standing up in the distance. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
When he's standing up in the distance, you can see he's without the mask and he's going to put it back on.
Yes.
And then it cuts to the shot of 78 of her standing up after she stabbed him in the closet and him about to stalk after her. I love that cut in the trailer.
Yeah.
I think that was super fucking cool.
So there are some concerns with that in terms of the theories that Michael isn't in the movie until closer to the end.
Yeah.
I worry that the whole movie is Corey doing a bunch of killing until Michael finally comes back. And then at that point, you're seeing Michael get his mask back.
See, here's the thing. And well, I might as well cover it since we got it here. Now you're getting towards the very end of the trailer there, and you can see that she takes this mask off of, and I'm going to say whoever at this point is laying on that table or whatever.
Because you see her, she's about to let somebody have it at some point.
Absolutely. She's got the knife in her hand. She takes the mask off. You get to about this, you don't see anything, but you get to about this point and it cuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
No damn well that's Corey.
Right. And then you got the shot of Michael obviously putting that mask. So, okay, hypothetically speaking, maybe she has this battle with Corey, and maybe she takes that mask off and she realizes, oh shit, this is this little fucking prick. I'm sure she at some point,
hopefully she says already, that too. Hopefully
right?
She says that.
You little fucking prick, you know. I think she knows this kid is leading down that path, obviously from the clip that we had seen. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be a big surprise to her who's under that mask.
By the way, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. No.
Oh, well, I was just going to say it's an ode. That's kind of an ode to H2O too. It's kind of a.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
H2O throwback. That's
right.
Only this time she's smart enough to take the mask off.
She learned a little something.
Yeah.
But I think like you could be onto something, because maybe in that distance that we see Michael putting that mask on, that's when he gets that fucker back.
Yeah.
And then she's got double the fight. She just went through a fight with Corey. Now she's got to fight the real one.
Right.
Maybe that's how it goes. I don't know for sure, but you would have to think somehow, somewhere that's going to have to add up and lead up to something.
Right. I would, and I want to point something else out too. Let's remember that there are two endings. There are a lot of shots in these trailers that don't often make it to the movie.
That's true too. Yeah.
Look at 2018. There were so many shots and things from the ending.
Yep.
You know, we could be looking at something that doesn't even end up happening in the finished movie. Now, of course, there's our theory of two separate endings in two separate movies. So you could see some of that in one movie and some of that in another, if that ends up being what happens. So, you know, it's not necessarily that that's the way it's going to go either. But I mean, just if we're living in a world where everything we see in the trailer is in the movie, you know, I think what we're talking about and kind of what we're thinking is probably where we end up.
Right. No, I agree. There's
realistically.
I don't like the fact of, I hope that part's not true. I mean, I know that was kind of debunked a while back, but then again, you see more and more and you kind of think about that again. I hope it's not to the point where we don't get Michael for a really extended amount of time. I mean, you look at the runtime, dude, an hour and 51 minutes. We don't get Mike for like the last half hour. That's going to be kind of a bummer. Now we're going to see him somewhere.
For sure. Well, I mean,
know,
obviously you're going to see him in the sewer when Corey gets the mask. You might have a situation where you have, and they got to be careful if this is what they're doing, because then you run into kind of the problem they had with Halloween Kills. But you might have Corey going around killing people with the mask, and Michael searching for Corey all night without his mask, fucking people up.
That's true too. Yeah.
You know, so you might get both at the same time. Where that becomes problematic is, again, one of the issues with Halloween Kills was too many things going on at once. It got a little convoluted at times, because you have the mob, you have Michael, you have Laurie, you have, you know, and you're going back and forth. So hopefully, you know, it doesn't become overcrowded with too much going on at one time. But
that's true.
Probably more manageable though than than 3 or 4 different storylines happening at once, like you had with
I think
Kills.
the good part about maybe this movie is you kind of can tie in Laurie, Corey, and Allison together into one big story.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Michael kind of on his own. So really, hopefully, like you said, there's not a big jumble of, all right, we want to tell 500 different things in one movie, but really if you tie one big one together and then Michael, you only got the 2 storylines you're telling right there, you know?
Right.
Real quick too, I did see they dropped another track off the trailer, off the soundtrack, and it's called The Junkyard. So I'm just going to say that.
We didn't see any Junkyard in the trailer that I can think of.
You know, I did see a picture from one of the TV spots, and you can see Michael standing over the guy, and it's obviously someone that's driving like a tow truck.
Okay.
Maybe he's incorporated with the junkyard. I don't know.
I want to say I read a Reddit post a long time ago.
We talked about that.
Somebody said something about a junkyard.
Yeah, there was supposed to be like a showdown in the junkyard. That's basically what they said, that was a potential spot that Laurie and Michael would have their big showdown, would be at this junkyard.
So that could be one ending versus another.
Who knows? Maybe this junkyard is close to the sewers where he's hanging out. I don't know.
I mean, what were the run times on the other 2 movies? This will be the longest one, right?
I want to say Kills before the extra added stuff was about 142, and I think added with the extra added stuff that they put in on Peacock, it was 149. So yeah, you're getting about a couple minutes extra of what if it's 151 or if it is the whole flat 2 hours. Yeah, you're getting a little bit longer, you know, not too much, but a little bit.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, one of my favorite shots in the entire trailer was obviously the ending part. You came here to kill me, so do it. And when he sits up, dude, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then of course it cuts. But man, that was so, because dude, the classic Michael Myers sit up.
Yeah.
It's what the Undertaker took after. It's what Kane took after when they did their gimmicks.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just a classic thing, started, dude. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
The sit up and the head turn. You know, I and that's the thing. I really hope that this okay, so in 2018, the final act of 2018 of the Halloween of that one was absolutely probably one of the best final acts of any horror movie I've ever seen. I mean, obviously 78 has a fantastic finish as well, but but just the intensity of that, and when she's going through her house looking for him, and the back and forth there. I mean, that was just edge of your seat stuff, and it really, you know, Kills did not have that. I think the way that they did in 2018. So I'm hoping that
but I think the Karen death was a cool ending though.
Oh, it had a shot.
I did enjoy that.
No, for sure. I'm talking about though the build up and that last quarter of the movie, the last, you know, everything after the stupid Sartain thing, everything from that point to the end of the movie was just intense and violent, and it was just everything you want was in that last.
Now my question is, do you think in this, well, obviously we know Michael and Laurie are going to finally have a showdown, we know this in some way, shape or form, no pun intended, but the shape part. Do you think that this is going to satisfy her finally, because she's still stuck on the he's coming for me? Now I know maybe she's getting that more or less in this one because she is being stalked by Corey Myers, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe she does think that Michael is after her. So maybe that is kind of embedded back into her head. But do you think this kind of justifies, like, in a way, like Michael's going to show back up and he's going to see this lady again and be like, this is that same bitch.
Like, what the fuck?
You know,
he's going to be like, what if that, you know, the rumors that Michael might talk.
Right.
What if he just like stops and looks at her and is like, what is your fucking problem?
Right? Why don't you like me, lady? What the fuck did I do to you?
Every time I turn around, it's you. Every single time.
Exactly, dude.
It happened in 1978. It's time to let it go.
Right?
What if he just what if he just went on a rant? He's like, I even tried to leave and go like die in the sewer, and you won't fucking let me. You know?
you people send some kid down here to fuck with me and try to talk to me. I don't want to talk to anybody. I was living in the sewer. I was eating my rats. I was having a good time. I don't want to be fucking bothered. And it's fucking you again, lady. Like,
not gonna lie, if that happened,
would that be like the best outtake ever? Nobody would expect it. Nobody would expect it. Talk about being pissed. That would be it.
Oh, everybody would be pissed, except me probably, because I'd be like, "That was kind of awesome."
Laugh.
I'm not gonna lie, that was hilarious. Yeah. Like, not what I was expecting, but nonetheless.
Right, like, dude, you have to really. They've really built these up to where, again, even in 78, we talked about this numerous times. She just happened to go to his house and he was home.
Right. And I think this is,
you know,
I think this is just going to be another example of he doesn't give a shit about her, but they just happened to cross paths again because something happened. You know, and like I said, we talked about it in the last video. There could be some people out there saying, no, he killed Karen to get at her. But no, he didn't. Not. He killed Karen because she fucked with him and took his mask. Yes. She pissed him off. Like, she asked for it, you know? She said, come and get me.
Sure so did. And he did. Exactly. He didn't forget that. He was like, I'm going to get you when I get up, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
You just wait.
So,
yeah, dude. I mean, like, I feel like, we're finally going to get this whole big ending to the story of these two. But at the same time, again, like we said, man, Michael's motive wasn't to go after Laurie. Look what happened in 2018 when she shot him in the shoulder. He just kept walking.
Yeah.
He didn't like turn around and go, oh, her. No, he didn't give a shit.
And actually it wasn't it wasn't until like towards the end when he was like choking her and he realized that he kind of did the, you know.
Yep, that's exactly what I said, man. We talked about that way back, and I was like, dude, he did not. If you go back and watch that scene, you see her going through that house. Boom, he pops out from behind those mannequins.
Yep.
He grabs her, and there's a second, if you watch it, he just looks and he does the head tilt, and he realized it's you. Yep. Now he gets it.
Yep.
But in Halloween Kills, he had every ample opportunity to go to that hospital and fuck her up.
Yep.
He didn't because he didn't care to.
He was never going to. He was going. Nope. He was always headed to his house. Yes. Just like Lonnie has it figured out.
Yeah, man.
Lonnie, of all people, that's where he's going. He's going home.
Yep.
You know, how Loomis knew to go there in the first movie. You know,
absolutely. Now, there's another question too, though. What do you do with the Myers house? Do you talk about maybe they tore it down, it's condemned? Like, there's got to be a reason why he chose to go away. It can't just be as simple as I don't want to get caught.
They were in a house in the trailer, but I couldn't really tell if it was like the Myers house or not. There was a trailer that they were in. Oh,
yeah. I know that. You know what? Come to think of it, there was a clip with Corey and Lori.
Yeah, it was, and it could have been the Myers house. You know, in the way that maybe after Big John and Little John were killed, if nobody's it sat there vacant now for 4 years, this is what it might look, because it didn't look like it was all run down.
No,
but it had the staircase and the
yes, and the inside kind of like when Corey was sitting on the floor, it looked like there was no furniture.
Right. So
it looked kind of dirty and dusty inside there. So that's a good
potentially that could be the Myers house. But outside of that, I didn't. But I didn't really get a good look at it enough to know. You know, I don't know if I could pull the trailer up here.
But yeah, no, that does make you wonder though, because there's got to be, if it's not in the movie, there's got to be a reason why he chose to go away instead of. Okay, obviously the likely reason is just, well, I don't want to get caught again. But at the same time, you can go away for a year or two. They'll forget. You can come back and go home and chill out for a little bit. You know, just kill whoever's in there.
Yeah, the whole thing about that's the problem I have with it, is it doesn't make any sense.
Or you know what though? And I think about this all the time.
Or did he accomplish something that he wanted to accomplish? And we find out. You know,
maybe. Yeah, you're right. Maybe. But I also think about this too. As much as people say Resurrection had no story, no formula to it, we did learn that Michael was living under his house in the sewers.
And that's where he went.
So if you think about it, maybe these sewers lead to underneath his house too. Who knows?
With as many, didn't somebody, here we go. I go back to these comments.
No, but go for it.
Didn't somebody leave us a comment saying that where they filmed, there are a lot of underground, like,
I think Keith told us that.
Was it Keith?
Yeah.
There were a lot of caverns and caves and things like that, and you just wonder if maybe that is where they're going with it. I just, detaching him from his house doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. I mean,
right.
I don't know. It's something, and again, we haven't seen the movie, so I would think that they're smart enough to make a connection there, because they went out of their way to make it clear that his house, looking out that window specifically, was a big deal to him, and the mask.
Yeah.
We know that the mask is obviously going to be a trigger point for him in this one, because Corey goes and
somehow this radio tower also was brought into, which again, we said, I said to you, and we said in the last video too, that was a big focus and a big part of that. And all of a sudden the talk faded away, but then we see a little bit more of it in the trailer now.
Right. So we know it's there, but I think there's more to it, because I don't think that they're going to go through the trouble of building this radio tower and adding it in and having it in the place where it is, only so he kills a random radio disc jockey. There's more to it. There's a
reason.
Too.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason there, man. It's got to be. You're right. 100%.
So
it looked to be at one point, and maybe it's exactly what we said. Maybe because if you pay attention to one part in the trailer, it looks like Lori's sitting in a car, and it looks like she's sitting outside of the radio station.
Yeah.
If I'm seeing what I'm seeing right.
Right. It all happens so fast it flashes by.
Yeah. But maybe it's exactly what we said. We obviously see that Michael and or Corey, somebody, is killing Willie the Kid, and it's probably live on air, like you said.
Yeah.
which would draw her straight to that radio station to try to stop him. You know,
true. Especially if she presumes that it's Corey, who she already is suspicious, or she thinks Michael's back. You know, exactly. I think there's probably a big part of the movie where Corey's watching her and stalking her, and she's seeing him, thinking that it's Michael.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly what she's trying to tell people.
Back, and maybe that's what Corey means when he tells her. Although he seems to be wearing the coveralls when he tells her this, and he looks beat up.
He does. See, that's what I'm saying, dude. But he's got that cut on his cheek, his hands bandaged up. He himself going out and doing whatever he's trying to attempt to do as Michael Myers. He's getting fucked up by people.
Yeah, it's unhealthy.
No, like he's getting beat up. You can tell it. And how do you explain that? Like, you know, Allison's like, "Oh, what happened to your face, babe?"
Man,
Nothing.
I ran into a tree.
Yeah.
What happened to your hand? Well, well, that's weird. My grandma stabbed Michael Myers right in the hand yesterday. You have a cut right where.
What a coincidence. Yeah. So that, you know, there's definitely some stuff there that makes you wonder. Real quick, I found a few things, and just really, it's only a couple. Just because people really, surprisingly enough, weren't posting much about it. We got 2 likable comments and 1, well, we got a hater, of course. And these are from the Halloween groups about the trailer.
Right.
Anyone else intrigued by the Corey Cunningham character? After seeing every TV spot, I think I start to like the character, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. We just talked about that in our last video, how I felt the same way too. Like I wasn't really big on the copycat thing when we first found out about it. But then I said the exact words. Once I saw the TV spots and everything else, I see the purpose of his character.
I see the purpose of it. The kid definitely seems like a massive dipshit.
Yeah, he's very unlikable already.
Yes, but I think that's intended. I think that's what they're going for. So.
Oh, absolutely. And I just thought of his name, Rowan Campbell.
That's right, Rowan Campbell. Yeah.
When I couldn't remember, I knew it was gonna pop in my head. And then the final trailer was fire. High hopes for this one. So it's nice to see people actually taking something good from it.
Yeah.
But then you have your one hater though. Not digging the new trailer for Halloween Ends. I expected a Shamrock, or hopefully not the Barberton Shamrock.
No, that place is gone, long gone.
Only me and you get that joke. Okay. I expected a Shamrock or Cult of Thorn reference. I'm afraid this film will only be Michael Myers on a killing spree again. I want a complex storyline. Well, let me tell you, whoever, I don't know whose name that is. It'll be up on the screen when we do the video. However, whoever posted that, go back and watch every TV spot. Go back and watch every interview. Go back and watch the clips that we've shared too. And then go back and watch the trailer again. And you're getting a complex story. You're getting a kid who obviously has some issues with Laurie. He's dating Allison, and now he wants to be Michael Myers. There's your fucking complex story. You're getting a story here. It's not just Michael killing all the time. It's there's a lot going on, man. It sounds like, like that person said, I'm very intrigued by the story, how it comes into play, and how it's going to play out. I'm really excited to see how this is going to work out.
I just thought of something kind of wild.
All right.
I mean, it just popped into my head thinking about Corey.
Let's hear it, man.
What if you find out that on Halloween night in 2018, when that bus crashed and all those inmates scattered around, one of them was Corey? Because I don't know if they ever said that they ended up catching all of them.
The last thing I remember Barker saying was, we caught a few holding hands and doing this over here and a few over here. And then the only thing they mentioned about in Kills was obviously Benjamin Franklin and Michael Myers were the only 2 that were still not found yet. But
so crazy theory here. Corey was in sanitarium with Michael. They know each other. Maybe they had some sort of bond from that time, and that's how he escapes the sewer with the mask, and that's why he has an obsession with Michael. Very possible.
You might be onto something here. Yeah.
Because
you might be onto something here, man.
You know, and now he's living in Haddonfield under an assumed identity. Nobody really knows much about this kid, it seems.
Yep. And here we go. I'll just play off of that real quick. Maybe this doctor that Laurie knows ends up seeing this kid and is like, oh, hey, I know him. Yeah. He looks familiar, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's where it kind of starts. Who knows? Yeah. Because she tells Allison flat as day, I see something in him that I saw in Michael.
Yeah.
So she's starting to see this shit about this kid. This kid he's not right. You know, he's got some problems.
Right.
Dude, you may be onto something with that because that's a damn good theory.
Yeah.
That's a damn good theory, man.
I mean, it just popped into my head because I'm thinking that bus crash, we never get a resolution that I'm aware of to all those people.
Not necessily, no. We really don't.
And you're talking about a whole bus full of people.
Yep.
So I mean, granted, the kid would have been probably. I mean, I don't know how old Corey is supposed to be in this movie, but
shit, Allison's what? Like, she's still high school, right?
Well, she
at the time.
Let's see.
I think.
Let's see.
17 or 18, probably at the time of like 2018. We'll say.
Yeah. So I mean, he could have been 18. He could have been 18.
Yeah, easily. He's definitely like in his 20-ish, like maybe middle to late 20s at least, from the looks of him. Maybe not. He could be like 30. Who knows? But you could be onto something, man.
Here's a fandom Wikipedia. Let's see if it says anything about his age.
All right. But I'm telling you, you could be onto something with that. That's a damn good theory, man. I didn't think about that one. That's
very plausible.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about his age on this, and so we don't really know. So I mean,
but it's a damn good theory, though. You got me thinking about it now, man. Could that could be, that could really come into play.
Just remember, folks, where you heard it first. If it's true, if it's not true, and it didn't happen, Dave McCrae said
it. You know what though? If it's not true and it doesn't happen, we just joined the long list of everyone else up with 1,000 different theories.
That's right.
But you know what also is going to be fun though? Once the movie does come out, we finally see it, we watch it again, and we really get to sit there and like go over what we watched, and then we talk about it. We'll be able to go back and say, damn, dude, we were right about that. We really fucked up here. We were wrong about that. And it'll be so cool to see and think about all the other theories that people threw at and shit. It'll be fun to see what comes to life, basically.
Yeah. Oh, no question about it. I'm very much excited to go through and deep dive. And hey, you know what? We're gonna know. I mean, now just a couple weeks now. It's like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, dude, man. It's coming fast, man.
You know, I'm not willing to say again that this is our last Halloween video, though.
You know what? It's funny that you just said that because I was about to say now. I guess we can finally say. This here could very well possibly be our final Halloween Ends update, but
maybe it is.
As soon as I say that and we end the show like that, I'm going to go on Facebook. It's going to say, "Hey, a final trailer is going to pop up Friday." So wait a minute, you got more work to do,
or some interview, or some picture, or something.
Yeah, so we're gonna leave it open because we know that there's a possibility we'll be back with something else.
And they said final trailer; they didn't say final TV spot.
Dude, when I was looking for those the other day to put with the other video, I'm telling you, man, I found ones that I didn't even know existed. I
believe it. They're everywhere.
Yeah, and I'm seeing all these numbers. I was under the impression there was only 10 of them. Dude, I'm going through YouTube and I'm seeing TV spot 14, 15, 16, 17. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. And a lot of them are from different countries.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool that we were getting to see a little bit of like what they're seeing in different areas and stuff too.
Yeah.
But man, I didn't realize there was that many TV spots. I'm like, oh yeah, there's only like 10 of them. Yeah, there's like 100 of them. Yeah, there's like 100, everywhere. But yeah, dude, I'm sure we'll be back with something.
Yeah.
Like you said, we got 2 weeks left. That's enough time to at least come back and talk about something else.
Yeah, maybe we'll just come back and do another one just to as one more. Hey, all right, here we go. Yeah. What are your final predictions? What's everything like that. But
yes,
so it's
without
getting close, but
without having comments, obviously to talk about today, I have to ask the question for everybody that's going to watch this. What are your thoughts on the trailer? If you were iffy about it and not on board with it, and then you saw this final trailer, how do you feel about it now? I got to know how you guys feel about it, man. For me, I'm super hyped. I'm ready to go. The 14th can't get here soon enough.
Yeah.
I'm ready, dude. I am so ready to see this movie. That trailer did exactly what you hope a trailer does for you. It got you fucking hyped to see the film.
Yeah, it does.
And that's what it did for me, dude. Like I sat there and I just was like, wow, that was good shit.
It's October. Yeah. We're here. We're ready to go.
Yes.
I mean, it's not. I mean, probably. It's not October.
We're almost there.
October.
No,
I mean,
we're almost there, man. We're almost there.
But yeah, we're ready to go.
We're knocking on October's door right now, so we're
That's
almost
right.
there.
Forget September. It's done. The weather's switching over. It's chilly. A bite in the air.
Yes.
You know, and you know, pretty soon the leaves will start falling, and everybody's going to put out their Halloween decorations, and everybody's going to be getting in the mood here. So,
yeah, man, it's almost time.
It's coming, and we have a Halloween movie coming out, and it's a great time to be a fan. So,
dude, isn't that the best thing? Seriously, it's October. Well, it's coming. October's coming. It's a Halloween time, and we're getting a Halloween movie again in the theaters. You can't ask for anything better than that, man. You just can't.
And that's on top of all the other good shit that's coming out that we're getting. This is this is a good year. So
yes, so much stuff.
We've been talking about it for literally months, and you know, I cannot wait. And what a hell of a way to kick it off with Halloween Ends.
Man, yes,
it does not get much better than that. So
doesn't, man.
Comment down below. Let us know. Let us know what you think of the trailer. Hell, you don't have to comment. If you want to change it up, go to the Reddit page and talk to us.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. We can continue that conversation for days.
That's right.
With that said, it's the fun part of the video where we tell you to please go to YouTube, like, share, comment, and most of all, please hit that subscribe button. Head over to Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and like Alan said, jump on Reddit and talk to us about the horror stuff. We want to talk about it. We want to further the conversation.
Yes, we do.
And don't forget, hit them comments up. Let us know what you feel about this final trailer.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Fans, check out and follow the Horror Guys. You can find them on Facebook, facebook.com/The Horror Guys. On Twitter, Horror Guys 21, that's HORRORGUYS 21. On YouTube, The Horror Guys. And also on Spotify, search for The Horror Guys.